What we're talking about is several visualizations of the path of the moon's shadow during the eclipse in 2017. Everything in it is driven by the data. So the color of the ground, the position of the path of totality, the lighting from the sun angle, all of those are things that are based on data. A lot of NASA products were used to create this visualization. I used the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, the laser altimetry data from that, which gives us a digital map of the elevations on the moon. For the Earth, I used something called SRTM. This was a radar that was flown on the space shuttle. For the positions of the Earth, the moon, and the sun, I used a JPL ephemeris. An ephemeris is just a list of positions, but it's the most accurate tabulation of those positions. This visualization is unique because it shows the effect of both the irregular edge of the moon, the limb of the moon we call it, and the elevation of the observer. Now, we've known for a long time that the elevation of the observer affects where the shadow is, and we've also known that the mountains and the valleys along the edge of the moon affect the shadow. So you may have seen on eclipse maps in the past that the image of the umbra, that shape of the shadow on the Earth, is drawn as a smooth oval. But we know that the moon isn't smooth. Around the edge of the moon, we have these sort of jagged peaks and valleys. And a peak can block the sun a little bit earlier than you thought, and a valley can let the sun in a few seconds longer than you thought. The combined effect of these peaks and valleys is to create a shape that's not really an oval, it's more like a polygon. But it hasn't actually been seen in exactly this way before, where we calculate those circumstances for every point on the map and draw that shape. Totality is that 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes when the moon completely covers the sun. The sudden darkness of totality is just something that a lot of people can't compare to anything else. I love the idea that I'm giving this kind of map to other people, and especially that it's more detailed and more accurate so that people are actually in the right place to see it.
So there's a lot of great science being done today, and this eclipse provides an opportunity for researchers to test innovation for future NASA missions too. NASA scientist Nat Gopalswamy and his team pursue eclipses because when the moon completely blocks the bright light of the sun, it reveals the corona, which is our star's faint outer atmosphere.
And this year, scientists will test a special kind of camera. The team will only have 120 seconds to complete an experiment that may one day change the design of sun-observing spacecraft.
Let's learn more about how this team of NASA scientists is chasing the sun.
The corona can be studied from ground-based telescopes only during eclipse. Whenever eclipse happens, we make use of it and try to test some of our ideas.
Yes.
We have only 2 minutes to do the experiment, and we have been preparing for maybe more than a year.
Nothing can go wrong. Your camera can't shut down, you can't press the wrong button, and because there's no time to change your mind or make alternate decision.
We are going to set up the telescope and observe the total solar eclipse at 4 different wavelengths, and the images taken in these 4 different wavelengths will be used to determine the temperature and flow speed of the corona.
We are planning to take these images using a polarization camera, which will be a first for us. I think it's the first for the solar physics community. So once the moon completely covers the sun, the experiment begins. It's my job to make sure that the image is in the field of view. So at the correct time, one person has to give the command to turn the filter wheel, and for each filter there's a different exposure time. So another person has to enter the exposure time.
Running 3850 right now.
It's a combined effort of 6 different hands. No one person can make any errors.
8121. We do feel the pressure and also the excitement of the eclipse. Still, we have to focus on our experiment. Hey, all done.
It gives a tense feeling, but I believe we'll succeed.
All right, we got another beautiful shot here of Oregon, and we're getting ready to start showing you imagery from around the country.
That's an amazing shot. And right now, we're going to toss it to NASA Edge, who is standing by in Carbondale, Illinois.
Tell us a little bit about that, because if you've received social media questions about it, you have the data point to respond to that.
Yeah, you know, honestly, when I first saw the eclipse, before the eclipse, I was like, well,